Hello, Mimico. It's your favorite realtor, and today I'm coming to you from 157 Queens Avenue, one of my favorite streets in all of Mimico by the lake, all of Mimico for that matter. And why is that, Mike? Well, there's a parkette at the top, and there's just a park on the other side with the library, and we are so close to that lake. Today we have something extraordinary for you, friends. We have 3+1 bedrooms, 2 full beautiful bathrooms, one of the greatest main floors I've seen in this type of property in Mimico, with a gorgeous insulated heated front porch and a back sunroom giving you that family room that you're after. We have the finishings, the locations, the private driveway, the 34 by 137 deep with a shed/office in the back that's gonna make that work from home life the perfect life. Let's stop talking about it on the front porch, even though you love Queens Avenue, Mike, and you don't want to go inside, because there's something very special behind the front door at 157. Come on. Coming inside, and this is what I'm talking about, Willis. Look at this front sunroom. You got room for the bench seating. You got the hooks. You got a bench over here. You got ample storage for the bikes, for the wagon, for the strollers, for the bassinets, all the stuff that you don't want spread out throughout the house. You want the mudroom. And here you have one that's about 19 by 7 right at the front. We got 2 heat grills in here so you can work, lounge, take it in, take in the street, live your best life, and you're not even inside this gorgeous house yet. We turn it around, we come over here, and you can just see the ample amount of space. And I've seen this set up differently because it's rare, but I have seen them, how people use these front porches. They've done built-ins all the way around, big closet right here, big bench seating with storage underneath, more bench space over here, and even a work from home desk setup I've seen inside here. Now you got floor to ceiling glass all the way around. What's great about this property is you get all the views, but we're tinted on the outside, so people aren't looking in. You don't have to worry about the blinds or caring about, oh, someone's seeing me on the phone or hanging out with my kid or petting my dog. It's completely private, and you'll see that when you pull up to this beautiful front facade with these modern windows on the porch and realize that you get all the privacy inside with no obstructed views out into our mature tree canopy, one of a kind, Queens Avenue. Whew. That's a mouthful. Sorry to ramble, friends, but this room deserves it. Love it, and we haven't even seen the house yet. Let's go. Coming into the house, past our beautifully hand-painted door, onto the hand-scraped wood flooring, and I'm getting the eye lines, friends. These are the eye lines that make a house like this. Painted out staircase, tight woven runner taking us upstairs, eye lines right into the backyard through our gorgeous open concept kitchen. I'm seeing the living room, the dining, and I can just feel that sunroom off the back. Here's our typical Mimico Craftsman foyer. We have the whole mudroom that most people don't have. We get into the typical foyer, and it's also lovely and sizable. Room over here, room for hooks and all that. You got lots of space in here for bench seating, and you have a closet space off to the left-hand side of the cameraman. So there is storage and functionality right here. Gives you that perfect division. You can really feel the family, the hustle and the bustle at the front of the house, and the relaxation as we push out into these principal rooms. And man, are these rooms principal. Check out this living room. So we're feeling the over 1,600 square feet of interior, main and second level square footage. Doesn't include the basement, friends. That's large and in charge for Mimico, I can promise you that. Look at the size of this. Room for huge couches, sectional, the TV room, the perfect spot for the television. Usually I'm saying you could put built-ins on both sides. You don't have to here because they're all ready to go for you. That same hand-scraped flooring, the huge traditional Craftsman baseboard, flat ceilings, pot lights, and a gorgeous focal point in our River Rock fireplace, bringing in that natural history of cottage life Mimico, but also the modern element of a gas fireplace. Love the chunky mantle, not too high, so this TV is not at that crazy break your neck height. It's at a really good level, and you can see all of the abundance of space in here is gonna be beautiful working for your family. You got those picture windows heading out into that mudroom veranda space. You're getting that depth and texture you're not seeing elsewhere. A little bit of reflectivity from these lights. Our side light windows above our built-ins as we push forward into our dining space. Come with me. Coming into the dining room, friends, look at this box, window 1, 2, 3, the character. We're like 18 inches deep in this window well because it boxes out from the side of the Craftsman. We got the perfect spot for our diner, 6-seater in here, easy to have an 8. Heck, Thanksgiving, run the whole thing all the way into the sunroom. You got space for the family feast. Really good size, and that's what I'm saying. The 16 plus 100 square feet as per MPAC, giving you all that elbow room you're not seeing elsewhere, working so well with the flow of this living room. Open archway, but not one big box. So you don't have the eye lines right into the kitchen after dinner. You can sit in there, have a cocktail, and you just have that perfect amount of division. Feels open concept, but it's not one big open box that you're focused to look at every bit of mess. You can kind of hide in each room, and at the same time, they're melded perfectly together. We got that same hand scraped hardwood bringing us into our kitchen. We call this an island, but really it's a peninsula. Call it an island, because this home is your island, friends. You're gonna be living here, living your best life. Storage all underneath, all the way up in this pantry above our built-in microwave. We got a big garbage pull out here. You'll love that. Microwave, big pot drawers, rare to see, spending the money on the kitchen here. Little display cabinet. This wraps around our quartz countertops. We got the double undermount sink, views of the yard. Perfect. Our yard entrance is through the sunroom. You can crack this window, yell at the kids for dinner, say, ah! Get off the roof of the shed. Don't think about doing that. You got good eye lines here. I love this workability. You can also yell at your partner when they're grilling out there. You don't have to cook the burgers that long. I saw you have the second beer. You know, you get that whole back and forth. Love that. Same hand scraped hardwood in here, which is great for the joints so you're not beating yourself up on ceramic. Beautiful fridge in here. That's the Fisher Paykel. More storage up and down. Nice modern range hood above. Our gas range, you gotta love that. Higher end appliance in here, you're cooking with gas. You can see eye lines down to our separate entrance into the lower level, which I'll show you in just a bit. But first, I gotta show you our sunroom. Look at this. This is that big desk space, that work from home office if you're after that. The kids' kitchen with all the toys. Keep it out of the beautiful main level. Put it back here. It's nice. It can spill out into the yard. It's all tucked away. This could be a lounging space. Hey, if you're the type of people that want to keep, just discussions around the fireplace, this is a great den. Put a sectional in here, mount a nice TV over here or over here on this side of our glass slider. This room, my friends, full basement underneath for an additional +1 bedroom. So we have 1 + 1 already set up down there. Put another one under this if you want, or turn that into an office, but it's heated. So this isn't some cold afterthought room. This is really generous living space, ready to go for you. You gotta love that. And look at the view of our yard. You're seeing our shed/office space back there. You're seeing the playground, the fence, the landscaping, the greenery, and you really get the vibe of how this all flows out to our deck. This deck's newer, it's beautifully built, ready to go. So this whole flow of this main level, it just shoots in that warm front door into that gorgeous mudroom, and just big principal, gorgeous updated room after another, all ending with this gorgeous, unheard of sunroom, office, play space. It's gonna be up to you. Okay, you've seen this amazing main floor. Let's head upstairs and take a look at this second level. Now, before I go up these stairs, someone in the room might have said it, oh, it doesn't have a powder room. Call your favorite contractor, call a plumber, call your dad, your uncle, your mom who has done renovations, whoever it might be, and say, how much to put a powder room in? I think you're gonna see it's very affordable. The bigger problem is, do I have space to do it? Well, you got ample space to add a powder room in that sunroom if you want. There's even room here if you wanted to get that pantry out of the kitchen, and you got a full mud room heated from underneath out front. Lots of room to put in a powder room. So for you, we gotta have 3 bathroom people. It's very, very doable here. And we also have extra space in that principal suite if you wanted an ensuite. So don't start with me, there's room for a powder room. Coming up to our second level foyer, very spacious up here, friends. Just taking that theme from downstairs, all that room, and you're gonna start feeling that same elbow room up here. Large bedrooms, big main center plan hallway, big linen closet, huge family bathroom, real good working space up here. You're gonna feel it in the flesh when you come and check it out. Gorgeous original hardwood trim doors up here. Let's take a look at our principal bedroom. Coming into the principal, look at all the space. You are gonna get a king size in here. You can do it many different ways. We have a queen set up right now with 2 large side tables. Bring your measuring tape. There's room on this wall for a bed. There's room here. There's certainly room here. You could push this all the way over here into a low headboard, have a bed in front of this window, and turn this around, cameraman. And you have a ton of space over here. So great closet space, but I'm thinking, look, talk to your designer for down the road because there is ample room to have a really good sized bedroom here, another bathroom, and tons of built-in storage. So this can be the full principal suite. And why this 1,600 plus square feet is so important is a lot of times the properties are just so tight that you go, we gotta really only work with what's there. We're never gonna get more unless we do an addition or dig out the basement or whatever it might be. Not here. At Queens, we have room to just spread out on that main level like you haven't seen. And there's room up here to just add these other elements if you want it. You don't need it. There's a beautiful family bathroom ready to serve you. I'm just thinking, wow, perfect the way it is. And there's so much more for down the road. So you're not moving for the rest of your life. This house is gonna be the forever home. Let's see some more. Coming into this room, gorgeous room. I think you get a king size in here too if you're after it. We got a queen with the side tables, big closet here on my right, and room for a desk, dresser over here. Really good space. You can see how much room there is between me and the bed right now. Love the shape of this room. It's very long and wide, kind of comes across in a kite shape at the hallway. It's not just a square or rectangle. There's a little bit of that charm. I can really feel a kid loving life growing up in here. The big baseboards, the original hardwood. There's some heart to this house. You get all these updates, but we're not missing the character. And when you're in Mimico, especially Mimico by the Lake, it's all about the character. Let's see some more. Coming in, our smallest room, but still a really good size. You're gonna get a queen in here. You got room for a dresser desk. You got another big closet. We got views of our yard. Now I'm gonna stop and talk about the future again. We have this big, you can see the roof lines here. We'll get an insert of this. There's a big addition here. So if you were to go to the city and say, we already have an addition, it has a basement, we wanna bump out this one bedroom, this could make a great principal with a walk-through closet, a bathroom, and a huge bedroom overlooking our gorgeous yard. Like I said, it's perfect move-in ready the way it is, but it's nice to know that if ever you needed more, there was room to do it and you didn't have to go and blow the bank. You're gonna get permits, you're gonna get professional expertise, but I have a vision for this, and I think when you come through with your realtor or you come through on your own in an open house, you're gonna see that I know what I'm talking about. This place is ready to go. Coming in our bathroom, really good size, huge vanity. This could be double vanity, like the 2 sinks if you're after that. Nice big spot to look at yourself. Love this barn board painted out, giving us that classic Mimico heritage feel. Huge soaker tub, really nice sleek lines, custom glass work, subway tiles in keeping, gonna be in style forever. Slate mimic tile flooring in here, great spot for the throne, room for more storage. Really gets the job done for these 3 bedrooms. But like I said, there's room up here if you wanted to add another bathroom. Of course, you're going to the city and all that stuff, but I'm seeing in this room and I'm seeing in this room, there's elbow room in this place to grow. So you got it ready to go. It's spa-like, it's turnkey, it's all beautifully done for you, but you don't have to be stopping there. Loving that second level, and I'll stop and just say, oh, look at this painted out staircase. You got beautiful painted risers, you got nice wood treads, this gorgeous tight woven wool runner that just brings it all together. This nice black banister and these white pickets all painted out. That's the charm mixed with all these updates that really makes this place feel homey and awesome. Speaking of awesome, we have a fully finished basement that was redone a few years ago with an interior weeper system, ready to go with a separate side entrance. Check this out. Coming downstairs, friends, we got a decent ceiling height for Mimico. Like I said, this whole basement has an interior weeper system, takes it to a sump pit so that you don't have to worry about groundwater here. We got a really nice built-in laundry right here at the bottom of the stairs so you're not wedging yourself into the back of the basement somewhere. Good use of space. Storage here, nice wide plate laminate taking us all the way to the back into our playroom, our office, our lower level TV room. Over here, we have a services room, room for a chest freezer in here. In fact, there's a chest freezer in there right now with some extra storage. And we come across, come with me, more built-in space. These aren't included, but you could do built-ins in here. This is space for built-ins. These are standalone cabinets. Storage under our stairs. Nice above grade window here. So you can put a sectional in here, you can build the TV space over here. They've been using this as the office space, so you got a big desk down here that we kind of pared down. There's a playroom space, there's an office, this can be the hangout for the kids, whatever you want it to be, ready to go. Nice and dry, flat ceilings with the pot lights, and we have a full bathroom, and off to my right, we got that +1 bedroom. Let's check that out. Decent bedroom space down here for sure. You could put a desk in here. This could also be a playroom. This could be a storage room. They've been using it as the +1 for when the in-laws are here or the brother-in-laws for the weekend. They had a big queen size in here and it really did the job. This actually enters into our service room, but could be built out so that there's a closet in here. So this is ready to go. Newer flooring, all of this, like I said, interior weeper system, new trim, drywall. You're ready to just move in and start living. Bathroom, nice and ready to go. You got kind of a marble style floor in here, marble top, big vanity, soaker tub with kind of the almond shape so you can really get in there. It's even got that little bit of the high raise for your neck. Same subway tile, so we get that nice continuous feel between the two bathrooms, and they also complement the kitchen. So there's a nice synchronicity between all of the tile work and the kind of wash spaces throughout the house. I think you're really gonna like that. I know I do. You got a privacy window in here. This is that other family bathroom, so you got 2 full family bathrooms here. So some people wouldn't show this in their video, but I think it's worthwhile because this will show you this interior water system. This is the room under the sunroom. So I'm telling you, it's not just built on pylons or floating on the earth. You got a full foundation down here, nice storage space. So you got this whole living space down here with playroom in the office and the +1 in the bathroom. You still have the room for all the Christmas trees and the storage stuff and the skis and the bikes. If you want to keep some stuff inside, there's no sacrificing. So we're feeling that ample room upstairs on both levels, but you're gonna feel it in the flesh when you come here. You have that extra space on this lower level as well, which makes this house feel massive. Because at the end of the day, it is. Nothing complements an incredible house like an awesome yard. And we have one for you today. Ho, ho, ho. We're grilling and chilling and minding our own business up here on this beautiful deck right off the sunroom. Like I said, friends, all the space up here for maybe even an outdoor kitchen, but certainly you're getting the barbecue. You got window talk right here into that kitchen. You got beautiful flow to that dining space, and this whole thing just walks beautifully out to this yard, and wait till you see it. Gotta walk to the end. So here's where you really feel that 34-ish feet of width. We got a near regular shape on both sides, but our longest depth I think is over 137. So you really get that ample space, and you got a great setback from the street. So this yard feels massive. Look at the perfect space here with our mulching for the playground setup. You got a newer fence here all the way across the back. Nice and green, mature, beautiful tree right here, just giving us that little bit of shade, that canopy, that privacy. So it's not just one big open sky. You got that nice texture of green and wood against our blue Mimico sky. And here, my friends, is your little sanctuary work from home space. Check this out. Oh, hi there. I'm just hanging out in my little work from home office space. Plug a heater in here, put a little AC conditioner in here, and you're laughing. Let's just maybe get some work done, or maybe we'll have a cold. Oh, they didn't leave me any beer in here for the video. I was gonna chug a nice Great Lakes. Okay, check this out, friends. Windows into the yard, little bit of privacy here, locking door. You're not coming out with the key because you got the keypad. Flat ceilings, pot lights. Get the work from home stuff going on here. Make this a clubhouse. You can put a bed in here and camp out in the summer with the kids, open the windows. This is exceptional space. This is what changed the city when we went through COVID, and now there's these remnants of, wow, this would be amazing. And now I don't have to be in the house, I don't have to be disturbed. I could get work done out here. I could use this as a little workshop. The kids could use it as their little fort, and we have all that separate division. So there's a big, beautiful family compound here, and it's these types of spaces, the sunroom, the mudroom, the elements of that second level and that lower level that bring this thing together and just give you so much more at 157 Queens. Love that. Now I know everyone loves this except for one person in the back is like, well, I mean, I thought it was a shed. I'd rather have a shed. Hey buddy, you got a shed. It's over here, okay? It's locked right now, but there's a whole storage shed here for the bikes and the kayak and all that stuff. So there's no compromises. Sentence of the day here at 157 Queens, zero compromises. Now, speaking of zero compromises, turn this around. Let's look at the curb appeal from the back. Gorgeous setup here. You got our Mimico siding, the Mimico brick, gorgeous roof lines, big windows looking out into the yard, but it's not a fishbowl, so you feel the privacy element. Raised terrace deck here, and all of this gorgeous landscaping here with our interlock. The big family feed table out back for those barbecues. And friends, I can smell the meat already. This is the neighborhood to grill, the laughter of the kids, the sound of the pool in the distance. There's so much going on with the lakefront. Here, we got another big sitting area. You're gonna lounge out here in between burgers while you kind of digest. And this goes all the way out down our private driveway, which we'll show you in just a little bit. I'm loving this yard all day long, but before we go inside and talk a bit more about this property and this location, let me show you the parking situation here, because we have something special. We have a private driveway. This is why you gotta love a private driveway. We got a space inside this fence if you wanna open it up. You got parking for 3 here in our private drive with still this huge, massive lawn. And imagine pulling in your beautiful car at the end of a long day and looking up at 157 Queens and knowing that you're home. It's not just the curb appeal, it's everything that's behind it. And not only that, friends, but take a shot down this street. This is gorgeous Queens Avenue, filled with cherry blossoms this time of year, beautiful big mature trees, and you go up to the top and there's Queens Ave Parkette. And just a stone's throw over here is that Station Road Park that's gonna take you home and make you feel so welcome here in Mimico by the Lake. Okay, let's get inside. So 157 Queens. First thing that comes to me is, wow, the space, okay? The second you walk up to the house, you're feeling the space in the yard and the street. The situation right here on Queens is second to none. I've sold so many houses in this little pocket this time of year, and people just come down and they go, this is it. This is what we want. This is so special here. And you can feel it the second you walk up to the front door, and it's about the space outside of the house. Then you come in the house and you're met with that gorgeous mudroom, sunroom, whatever you want to call it, at the front of the house. Fully heated, ready for utility, customized with a few built-ins. Use it for the strollers and the wagons, the groceries. There's just so much utility. And if you look around the city, one of the biggest renovations you'll see happening is people are building these smaller mudrooms on the front of their properties. Here, you got a massive one. It's approximately 19 by 7 wide. You got a ton of space out there, and that's before you even come in. And then boom, you're hit with these large principal rooms. I'm not just saying it, you're gonna feel it in the elbow room, you're gonna have it in the eye lines. I'm sitting here right now, I got a room behind me, a gorgeous long room I'm in, going into that beautiful dining space, and then the sunroom beyond it, and then the yard. It feels luxuriously big. Look at the style of finishings throughout. There's so much to it. The hand scraped floor mixed with the original Craftsman trim, painted out, modernized, these soft tones in the wall, the perfect white kitchen with the herringbone backsplash, quartz countertops. It's these subtle details that meld so perfectly with the classic details of the past that make Mimico so special. It's what everyone, I think, is after when they're looking in this area. We want a bit of the past, but we want to take all of the good stuff of the future with us, and you really get it here in this property. And features like this gorgeous fireplace with the river rock, but yet the insert of the natural gas fireplace. It's that original flooring upstairs, but with all the painted out trim and the good functionality of those rooms, leading you into that totally updated family bath. And it's that basement that has a ton of space, the +1, the whole other bathroom, storage, and been recently interior weepered so that you have a water control system down there. So you don't have to worry, I hear it all the time, what's the water situation? Here, it's all handled for you. You got a really good system going on. Now check out that backyard. I haven't seen one more picturesque in a long time. You got the play space, you got that outdoor kind of work from home office space that also is a shed. You got gorgeous terrace for grilling and chilling, and then you got that whole kind of interlocking area to just really hang out and just let those long summer days envelop you and treat you right. Lots of parking down the side, gorgeous front yard, and all of the curb appeal I think people are after when they're looking for a beautiful, classic, updated property in Mimico. Now this location, friends, this location, I gotta tell you personally, I love it, wink, wink. I don't live too far away from this location, and there's something to be said for that. So many parks right around us. That's Station Road, that's Queens Ave Parkette, the library, quick access to John English, St. Leo's, and David Hornell, not to mention Mimico Square, Mimico Memorial Park, everything's right there. The splash pad, the waterfront trail, you can be at the Mimico Cruising Club in a 7-minute walk from here, and you can be at that Mimico GO train in a 7-minute walk, and you're 16 minutes to downtown. This is the mecca of Mimico by the Lake, to get to everything quickly, but have that quiet, mature, curvature street vibe that everyone's after, that they see in these older neighborhoods of Toronto that they can't get at these price points. And here at 157 Queens, we're delivering all of that to you. Now, this street exemplifies the community of Mimico. Friends and neighbors chatting, walking their dogs, everyone knows everyone. Really is that next door neighbor. Hey, what are you having to eat tonight? Just this lovely family vibe. No one's annoying, no one's on top of you, but everyone's friendly and safe with each other. And there's so much to that, and even more to raising your kids in a community like this. Walk down to the lakeshore, have access to the shops and restaurants, go to Jimmy's, San Remo, all walking distance from here. And it's just gonna change your lifestyle, having that lake and that waterfront trail. If you're not doing it all day, every day right now, get ready to start kayaking, biking, maybe even sailing, because once you're down in Mimico, your whole experience changes. And that's not just your experience as a family, but your experience as a family living in Toronto. It's that mix of cottage and city that people are after, and they don't want to leave. So don't take it from me. I'm just some sales guy in a video trying to sell you a house. But if you come down here with your thinking cap on, you're gonna realize I'm not full of it. I actually know what I'm talking about. Well, it's a spring day. It's a little bit hot one second, a little bit cold the next. All I know is I got a couple emails to do, I got a warm fireplace, and I think there is a cold beer in the fridge in the kitchen. So I might take a few moments to myself before I get on with my day. You guys, you can do whatever you want. You just can't do it here any longer. So I have to invite you to, well, you know, get the heck out of here.